From the Library of Congress in Washington, D.C.
I want to welcome you to the 17th National Book Festival. It's hard to believe 17, and I've been around for all of them. Today we open the Fiction Pavilion by following tradition with a ceremony bestowing this year's Library of Congress Prize in American Fiction. However, before I start, I want to recognize Marie Arana. Marie has made invaluable contributions to American letters, both as coordinator of this prize and one of the driving forces behind the National Book Festival. This incredible program that we see today is with great thanks to Marie. A gifted and highly praised writer and scholar in her own right, Marie brings passion and a generous spirit to everything she does, and it is a real privilege to work with her. Marie, would you please stand? So, let me tell you a little bit about the prize. It's meant to honor an American literary writer whose body of work is distinguished not only for its mastery of the art, but also for its originality of thought and imagination. The award seeks to commend strong, unique, enduring voices that throughout long, consistently accomplished careers have told us something about the American experience. Previous winners of the prize include Don DeLillo, E.L. Doctorow, Louise Erdrich, Toni Morrison, Philip Roth, and last year, Marilynne Robinson. For 2017, the Library of Congress and its distinguished jury of 27 writers and critics from around the world selected Denis Johnson for this honor. Last March, the Librarian of Congress, Dr. Hayden, offered the prize to Mr. Johnson, and he enthusiastically accepted. It was the last major honor he was to receive before his tragic death on May 24th. Today, we pay homage to his life and work with some very special guests reading citations from just a few of Johnson's fellow writers and admirers. First, though, let's begin with a video tribute to our prize winner.
English words are like prisms, empty, nothing inside, and still they make rainbows. So says a character in Already Dead, a novel by the late, great American writer Denis Johnson. Johnson's stories, as legions of his fans know, are also prisms. They are hard, merciless, flinty, and yet they too make rainbows. He's been called a writer's writer, and for all the enigma of that string of words, they hold a simple truth. Those who bring language to life recognize Johnson's gifts instantly. Louise Erdrich calls his work profound and transcendent. Jonathan Franzen finds his sentences miracles of transparency and tone. Philip Roth calls him daring, terrifying, and an emissary for tortured, broken souls. Marilynne Robinson marvels that a writer's personal passions and energies can be so inextricably wedded to his words. All agree, Denis Johnson has managed to give us minimalist, yet distinctly ecstatic and hallucinatory rainbow prose. He is an American original. He was born in 1949 in Munich, Germany, and raised in Tokyo and Manila, the child of American diplomats. As a teenager, moving back to Washington, D.C. during the tumultuous 60s, he came to know the country and the restless characters he would capture so vividly in his fiction. He graduated in English literature from the University of Iowa and earned an MFA from the Iowa Writers' Workshop, where he returned as a teacher. He has also taught at Texas State University and the University of Texas at Austin. In the course of his fevered career, he published novels, short stories, journalism, and poetry. Among his best-known works are those about the flotsam and jetsam of American life: The Laughing Monsters, Nobody Move, Tree of Smoke, Already Dead, Jesus' Son, Resuscitation of a Hanged Man, The Stars at Noon, Fiscadoro, Angels. He's received numerous awards for these, including a National Book Award, a Lannan Fellowship in Fiction, a Whiting Writers Award, and in 2008, he was named a finalist for the Pulitzer Prize. Throughout, he has chronicled an America that has gone unobserved, unrecorded. Here are our drug addicts, our war veterans, our disaffected, our used up and left behind. And yet the most affecting and rewarding aspect of Denis Johnson's fiction is that in work after work, he has proved that beauty often lurks in unexpected places, that strength can be found in failure, that the human spirit is a fragile but resilient vessel. His is a very American story. He once described his works as pressure cookers of language, his characters as those who inhabit life's perilous edge. As time wore on, he found that he himself was all too vulnerable to these human frailties. When the Librarian of Congress, Carla Hayden, offered Denis Johnson the Library of Congress Prize for American Fiction in March of 2017, he wrote in an email message, "My head is spinning from such great news." 2 months later, tragically, he was dead. The library is very proud to honor posthumously this extraordinary human being and writer whose contributions to the American canon have been lasting and invaluable. As the librarian wrote when the prize was announced in June 2017, Denis Johnson was a writer for our times. In prose that fused grace with grit, he spun tale after tale about our walking wounded, the demons that haunt, the salvation we seek. We emerge from his imagined world with profound empathy, a different perspective, a little changed. We're very proud to count Denis Johnson among the distinguished winners of the Library of Congress Prize for American Fiction. As you can see, he was a towering figure in letters, and I hope that we send out the word for more readers for Denis Johnson's work. We received at the Library of Congress right away upon Denis's death, pleas, really, from so many writers and so many people around the world who were familiar with his work and who were in publishing or writers themselves, wanting to give citations for this moment, for this ceremony. So we are going to read a few of those citations. To help me do that is the publisher of Random House, Susan Kamil, who's a great friend. Let's give her a hand. Thank you, Susan, for coming from New York. And also Sam Nicholson, who is Denis Johnson's editor, also of Random House. Okay. We'll just start in. This is from Philip Roth. When I was asked to nominate a writer for this year's Library of Congress Prize for American Fiction, I did so in 8 words. My sole nominee is the great Denis Johnson. Johnson brought news from the darkest, wildest depths of American life, as Mark Twain did in chapters of Huckleberry Finn and Faulkner, in a slew of novels. From the moment I began reading his terrifying first novel, Angels, I felt the strength and his daring and recognized his place of eminence among those of brilliant American predecessors for whom desperation and savagery were depicted with searing originality in a prose style uniquely evocative of the broken souls each brought remorselessly into tortured being. There was no one like him, tracking the descent of what he called in Already Dead, isolated minds bending around tightly to feed on themselves.
And this from Louise Erdrich. Denis Johnson's are the rarest sort of books, works of radical human sympathy written with cliff-walking literary genius. His books involve us in the implosion of the spirit and the fragility of personal salvation. Johnson's work lays bare our faltering human glory and shame, from the stirring, surreal incantation that is Train Dreams to the meticulous hyperreality of Tree of Smoke. his reach will always be profound. Although I never had the chance to meet him, I mourn Denis Johnson's loss personally as a reader and fellow writer. I'm glad he took pleasure in receiving this grand recognition. Everyone who reads Denis Johnson comes away thinking he has spoken directly to some racked and ragged, yet transcendent aspect of their own secret heart.
From Jonathan Franzen. You can tell he started as a poet. His sentences, at their best, are miracles of transparency and tone, perfect in the way they inhabit the page, but devoid of vanity about their perfection, always vivid in their reference to the actual, but also always conveying something larger, their creator's own self-knowledge and compassion and sense of cosmic comedy.
And this from Marilyn Robinson. I have never known a writer who was so identical with his work, whose thoughts and passions and energies were so entirely of one substance with the world he remade as fiction. The great energy of his imagination was a fusion of honesty and seriousness, pain and laughter. His life was a thing of moment and urgency, pure and undistracted.
And this from Zadie Smith. No writer was more admired by his peers than Denis Johnson. His thousands of readers adored him too, of course, but for writers, there was an added layer of professional awe. How does one go about writing a book as luminous as Train Dreams? How were the stories of Jesus' son constructed with their seamless mix of the sacred and profane? So much of Denis's fiction reads like apocrypha from some long-suppressed American Bible. I loved it all. He worked at a level different from the rest of us, a true master.
From Nathan Englander. I fell in love with Denis Johnson's writing in the purest way possible. Someone, I can't remember who, gave me a Xerox copy of the first story in Jesus' Son, Car Crash While Hitchhiking. If you look at the book, you'll see Denis Johnson's name is absent from the margins, and not even the whole title of the story is there. So I read what I thought was called Car Crash, a standalone story by an anonymous author. I was instantly blown away, deeply moved by it. And then, in the way good reading makes you feel like your connection to it was faded, I soon ended up with a copy of the collection in which the story appears. I was living in Iowa City at the time, and this book, for my friends and me, became sort of a young writer's Bible. We marveled at those stripped-down, honest stories that contained all the bigness of great work. And as young writers, we thought, this is the kind of thing that could be done. We took hope away from the work, is what I'm saying. And we found hope inside those stories as well. In Car Crash While Hitchhiking, the narrator ends up back in detox and at rock bottom. He's hearing voices, seeing things, and acknowledging his pitiable state, he addresses us, his dear readers. He says quite frankly, "And you ridiculous people, you expect me to help you." Yes, we did. We expected it and will continue to expect it as we return to those stories and novels and essays and poems to mine all the help within.
And now for the ceremony itself, Robert, would you come back and confer the prize?
Thank you, Marie, Susan, and Sam, for your commitment to our prize winner and his work. I would now like to officially bestow the prize. Denis Johnson's widow, Cindy, could not be with us today and has asked that Johnson's agent, Nicole Aragi, accept it in her place. Nicole, could you please come to the stage? Nicole, on behalf of the Librarian of Congress, I'm pleased to award the 2017 Library of Congress Prize in American Fiction to Denis Johnson. Please accept this crystal commemorating the prize.
Thank you. Okay. As you'll see, Denis had a healthy skepticism of authority, institutions, and praise of any sort. But deep down, I know he was proud to receive this. Anyway, I'm receiving this on behalf of Denis Johnson's wife, Cindy Lee. Denis was honored when he heard he'd been chosen for this award. He said yes, and then immediately began stewing over it. By the time Arana called him in early May, he had made a decision. He told her, "I don't want some old white guy winning this award during the Trump administration." I'm glad you're laughing. I'm sure Marie was flabbergasted. I know I was. Even after 28 years together, he could still surprise me. In the days that followed, I made my case. I argued that presidents come and go while the Library of Congress abides. And I insisted that his singular talent deserved to be recognized by such a noble American institution. Denis was unmoved. The only caveat I could get out of him was his belief that the Library of Congress has the right to give their award to anyone they choose. Everyone is gathered here today because Denis Johnson was an extraordinary writer and because he defended freedom, even when he didn't approve of it. Go.
Nicole, we have a gift from the Library of Congress. This is a notebook of all the citations, excuse me, of the tributes that we heard today and others. And we knew the Johnson family would want to have a permanent copy of this, so we present it to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. I've lost it.
Oh, he's,
I've lost his award.
Nicole, thank you so much, and thanks to all of you who have joined us in remembering one of America's greatest writers. We at the library are also thankful we had the opportunity to award him our highest honor in fiction, and we hope you will help us keep his work alive into the future. We also hope you will take the opportunity to hear the wealth of other voices we have here today at the National Book Festival, a testament to the power of writing. Thank you so much.
This has been a presentation of the Library of Congress. Visit us at loc.gov.